welcome back. I think we're going to get the pleasure of O Canada and all kinds of crazy shit today for this, the bronze medal game. Airdrie Sting versus Drayton Valley Drillers, a rematch of yesterday's tie game, just deciding the semifinals. So the anthems have been sung, the songs have been played. We are going to get this game started. I'm not too sure about the officials today. I think we're probably going to see a lot of shit let go. It seemed to be a little contentious coming into this game. Definitely a penalty-filled game between these two teams yesterday. We'll see if that carries on. So the Drillers, being the visiting team, are going to start with the first possession of the ring at center ice. And we are finally underway. And they're going to deploy the whole dump and chase once again. That one just thrown away to behind the net. Mile Overdue picks it up. It is stolen at the goal mouth. Not much of a shot attempt there as the Drillers regain possession on the half wall, being watched by Thompson. They're going to play it over and across. They'll come inside. Good stick check by Thompson to pick the pocket of the Driller, but she gets her pocket picked right back on her own end. A little bit of a collision at the top between number 12 and Poffenroth. Taylor's going to play this one to the backside. Heavily watched is Maya Overdue. She's still fighting for it. Has it. Another quick whistle that we've been seeing all tournament long. I don't like it. I don't like the quick whistle about as much as the guy standing beside me didn't like listening and talk the whole time. So he got up and left. Thank God, I didn't want him here anyways. KMO. So the drillers play it to the half wall. They're going to come around behind the net. Still looking, waiting, centering pass. Goes right through absolutely everybody's stick. The drillers are able to pick it up off the half wall. They're going to circle behind the net looking for something, anything. Can't find much. Long outside shot. That one hit in the glove of Veronica Simpson. Big league save there as Derby connects with Elsa Clausen-Ross. She was looking to stretch it out to Greer. That one got intercepted. Greer with the good stick check and steal has Perversev to the net side. Elsa on the top. Perversev tries a quick stick shot, trying to get Trider on the slide, but can't. This is the longest 5-second count I've ever seen in my life. Finally, the whistle blows, and it's going to be an offensive possession for the Sting. I'll try to steady my Parkinson's here for you as best I can. Blame the green tea. So Elsa's going to start with it. She gets a nice saucer pass at the net side to Channing. I think Channing was a little surprised he got through. She tried to split the defenseman's legs, couldn't. She's going to slide that one in. It gets batted up to Elsa and then knocked off her stick as the drillers try for a brass break. Tayan's there to take it away. She's going to just kind of fish it ahead to Elsa. And that's going to be a contested ring, although they're going to give possession back to the drillers. I think it should be a possession back to the Sting as they're Stitch got inside that second, but what the hell do I know? Apparently nothing, because I never get it right. So the drillers are going to get it with a neutral zone possession. 8:16 to go in your Inc. Energy Services first quarter. In the provincial bronze medal game, the drillers are going to gain the zone. Coming in, being watched on the outside by Tayan now as they circle, drop it on the half wall, overskate it. Nobody there to steal the ring back as the drillers are going to circle behind the net. Coming back around and over top. Pushed off. Long outside shot, blocker save, and then it's kicked away by Piper Emo, who's going to send this one up the wall to Casavenda. Casavenda is able to pull that one in. She's heavily contested. Gets it to Dottie. Dottie's got a bit of a lane. She's getting dragged down. How is that not a penalty? How is that not a penalty? That was unbelievably... Oh, and now another throwing stick. No call. Captain Big Stretch here, the one referee, he's just awful. I'll be happy when we never have to see him ever again. Dottie picks it up, cuts through, leaves it for Casavenda, tried to slide it through, couldn't quite get it through. Now Ovaldude gets it knocked off her stick. Thompson's there to pick it up. 5 seconds on the shot clock. She gets pushed off a little bit. And the drillers are just going to fire it down. Kind of a, hey, looky what I found. Pass reception in on the back end. Isla Nash is back to take it away. And then a sliding toe save by Veronica Simpson. Thompson taking her man away. Gets pushed to the outside. And Simpson with the pad save once again. Veronica Simpson trying to throw it out, reverse it the other way, found nothing but driller. They're going to come through, slide it through the crease. They're able to grab this one back off. And circling around once again. The Rose still there. Thompson was able to pick this one up. She looks to give it to Jensen. Jensen missed stabbing the ring once again. So same thing as earlier. The Sting is struggling to stab the ring, and then just a quick flip shot by the drillers finds a hole on the screen to Veronica Simpson, and we are down 1-0. 6:10 remaining in the first quarter. Not the way the Sting wanted to start off. Struggling to stab the ring, getting pushed around a little bit, and kept a big stretch in the Zebra crew just looking everything off. So Sturby now starts with the center ring, gives it to Taylor to Clausen-Roth. Clausen-Roth trying to bring it in, protect it. She fires it to the middle. Nobody was there. It kind of lucky bounced back to Perversa. We got boxed out by the defender. Now the Drillers bringing it up ice. They get a bit of a zone entry. That looked like a drag in over the blue line to this guy, but Captain Big Stretch says play on. The Drillers with the backside pass. They're going to fire high heat into the face of Veronica Simpson. Makes the stop, and it's going to be a quick 5-second count or a crease violation probably, which is going to give the Drillers another offensive possession and set them up. So the Drillers play it to the half wall. No surprise there. They're going to drive in off top. Drop pass, spin, and a shot on a screen. Simpson once again, and just like that, the Sting have found themselves in a deep hole, 2-0 with 5:28 to go. They're going to have to figure something out here. Boy, they are in for a very long afternoon. After starting the tournament out so strong, really showing some struggles here on Sunday. Casavenda picks it up on the zone entry pass. She's got a bit of a lane. She's going to come in, tries to thread it across to Phillips. It was kicked away. As the Drillers do a very good job of kind of plugging the middle up, pushing people off. They're coming in on the fast break, tripped up somewhere through. And goalie ring coming up. Tayan and Lila out on the back end. This one's given to Phillips. Phillips gets a couple little taps, now plays it ahead, was trying to put it on the stick of Tayan. It was overskated. Now it's a 2-on-1 back against Lila. She's able to box that one out, and then a big pad save by Veronica Simpson. We've got a delayed penalty coming to the Sting. I didn't see where that penalty is coming up from or to. As this one is touched, but
he shot it at us like 4 times.
Interference, because he's an idiot. He's the worst referee we have. So 2 minutes for interference. I didn't see the player who was charged with the crime. Kind of hard to believe that that's the call that gets the first penalty after some of the BS that we've seen so far today. The Drillers still pressing coming in.
Got the penalty?
I didn't see who got it. It was just interference. Go have a look.
I'm scared. Look at that.
So Drillers off the half wall. They drive in, quick drop pass. They're going to fire some high heat. That one was
Avery.
Way over the net. It's Avery Phillips who was charged with the interference. Long outside shot, 2 cracks for $1. Can't quite solve the mystery of Veronica Simpson, and then it brings up a crease violation, so goalie ring. Again, the Sting struggling to get any possession and any sort of like offensive awareness whatsoever. Simpson plays it behind the net, nobody home, nobody ready for it now. I believe that's Isla Nash that does come away with it. She's getting draped all over, and they give possession right back to the Drillers once again on the quick whistle. So the Drillers play it to the half wall. And we drive in, drop it back. Still no shot. Now it comes. It's high heat over the back of the net through the uprights. It's picked up by Taylor. Taylor trying to stretch it out to Jensen. Jensen couldn't quite stab the ring through the neutral zone. Then the Drillers get it back once again. We got 55 seconds to go in the penalty kill. And another quick shot just finds the hole. Veronica Simpson, just like that. We're down 3-0. Sturby picks it up off the center ring, and then, yeah, that's going to be a penalty. Even though Captain Big Stretch can't believe she threw her arm up. I'm not sure how he left that one off. So province's worst power play gets another crack at it to get started on this one. It is true. Statistically speaking, that is. Elsa, Channing, and Greer up front for the Sting. They're going to play it across to Sturby. Sturby was looking for Channing, who didn't get the memo, was sitting a little high. She's going to try and go backdoor to Greer. It's picked off. And this one's going to come all the way back down the ice. Turned over at the blue line, but can't stab it. Channing kind of took the defender out, or the forward out, but the Drillers somehow come away with the ring. They're going to slide inside, outside. Still fighting for it is Lila. She's going to come off the wall. Has Greer up on the high side. It gets played away to Channing Perversev. Perversev to Greer. Greer pulls it off the wall. She's going to come inside. She gets hauled down. Reluctantly, Captain Big Stretch is going to put his arm up and call the delayed penalty. We do need to give the ring to the Drillers at this point. There we go. Now we're going to have a two-man advantage. It's going to be 3-on-2 down low. We'll see if Emo decides to get extremely aggressive, as I would pull the goalie right now. You're down 3-0. Might as well go 4-on-2 while you can. Does not look like they're going to be pulling Veronica Simpson, although I wish you would. I think it's the right call at this point in time, even with the long change. So Thompson gets it in the low side. She's going to play it back up to Casavenda. Casavenda to Dottie. Dottie takes the shot, can't quite get it. Casavenda flips it. Thompson has it. Now it's Casavenda. Now Thompson. Now the Drillers. God damn it. Thompson gets absolutely popped and dropped, and there's no call on it. What in the fuck is going on right now? Dottie pulls it inside. She's going to play it up on top. Back to Thompson. Thompson sliding save by the Drillers goalie. She's going to center it out to Casavenda. Casavenda waits, goes inside, outside. She's going to give it back to Thompson, who reaches in. Had the angle, but the goalie slaps the blocker down. We got 1:47 to go in the quarter. The Sting's still trailing 3-0. We got hand pass ahead to Casavenda, and now the Drillers are just going to fly this one all the way down the ice. 15 seconds to go in the first penalty. So the two-man advantage is likely going to come off the clock before we get into the offensive zone. Aaron pass is two-lined over. Phillips is going to wait. Everyone's going to wait. It gets stabbed through by the Drillers, and they're just going to fire this one back down the ice. It's stabbed easily by Tayan.
I could say they got drilled by
Tayan finds Avery Phillips, who gets drilled at the blue line by the defender. He should have gotten an interference call on that. Thompson banks it off the defender. She's going to come in with some speed. She's going to come around behind the net, circling over top, drops it for Phillips. Phillips gets pushed over, and high flip down the ice once again as Isla Nash is going to send this one down inside. Couldn't find Cam Poffenroth, and the Drillers just fire it down the ice once again. Emo is going to pick that one up and control it. She's going to come behind the net, breakout pass up to Isla Nash, who stretches it up, was looking for Poffenroth. She had to let it go off the end boards. Coming in on it was Jensen, Poffenroth and Jensen. Jensen gets it back. We've got 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Owen gets tripped up through the middle, and now it's going to be an Aaron Rain. Klosseroth got pushed over. We got 10 seconds to go as the Drillers continue to just fire it down the ice at every chance. MOD has it. It's going to be 5 seconds. Not much time to do much of anything. So Klosseroth's going to get a shot attempt. She does, but easily gloved down. I don't think beat the buzzer anyways, so wouldn't have mattered. And that's going to do it for the first quarter as the Sting on a slow start, trailing 3-0 against the Drayton Valley Drillers. This first intermission brought to you once again by MuscleCheck. MuscleCheck.ca/Rona Thompson to pick up your MuscleCheck today. Whether you're an old coot getting off the couch for the first time in a number of years, or you are a young elite athlete gearing up for whatever spring season you have going, or you want to stay loose as a goose for the playoffs, Muscle Check has you covered. Tendons, ligaments, bruises, pulled muscles, sore muscles, you name it, Muscle Check will soothe it. It'll get you loose as a goose, feeling like Leisure Suit Larry on a 1972 Saturday night in the discotheque. Pick up your jar of Muscle Check today. That's musclecheck.ca/Ronan Thompson to get yours.
I didn't know what you said.
Once again, we are back for the Inked Energy second quarter of this, your Alberta Provincial semifinal game. The Sting looking a little bit flat for that first quarter, have dug themselves into a bit of a hole. Sturby's going to send this one ahead for Thompson. Thompson pushes it up, finds it to the net of the net. It was Greer with the big shot, but an even bigger save by the Drillers goalie. Keeps that one out. Perversev gets it back, centers it for Greer. They're going to call her on a net violation or a crease violation, which actually looked maybe a little suspect. I thought they were okay. I guess not. So the Drillers are going to play it behind the net. Perversev jumps, looking to get that one in. Thompson able to reach the ring to keep it in play. Now it just gets dumped down the ice once again. Thought that was a two-line pass. Apparently not. Sturby now pulls it out of the corner. She's got Thompson and Greer. Greer's able to pick this one up. She's going to slide it ahead to Thompson. Thompson has it, brings it into the zone. She's going to cut underneath, spins off, looking for a passing lane, finds it, was looking for Greer. Greer wasn't quite able to get it, but Channing picks up the air and ring, circles behind the net. Thompson's going to exit the fray to get a line change. They're going to pull that one in and just try to bounce it off, trying to get the shot clock reset, but didn't get enough of a rebound. The Drillers take over, and they just try to fly it down the zone once again. It's kept in by Elsa, and now the Drillers just fire it away across ice. Sturby picks it back up. She's going to find Elsa on the zone entries. Elsa comes in on a 1-on-3 as we're caught in a line change, so she's just going to have to slow it down and delay. Sends it across to Poffenroth. Poffenroth runs into traffic. Opens it up to Jensen. Jensen tries to slide it back down to Poffenroth. It's not able to get there. Poffenroth does pick it up at the side of the net. Drives middle, brings it inside, outside, takes the shot. Big save by the Drillers goalie. As Poffenroth gets the shot clock reset and the new possession, she's going to drive into the middle once again. Runs into all kinds of traffic through the center lane. And that's going to bring up a goalie ring. As the Sting is still struggling to get really quality chances like we've seen. Maybe playing with a little bit of panic in their step. Now the Drillers bring it up. They get a zone entry here under control. They're going to go one-on-one against Lila. Lila had that, went inside. Veronica Simpson with the big save. Elsa stick checking, trying to pull that one through. Lila's in to help her out, and another quick whistle, goalie ring. Seemed like a quick whistle again. Veronica Simpson plays it out to Tayan. Tayan is going to look, stretch the ice. She's Casavenda high. She's going to slide that one forward to Phillips, who gets her pocket picked as she was trying to make the pass. The Drillers bring it back in on a 2-on-1 zone entry. They're going to go inside, outside, and it loses an edge, falls. Tayan kind of gets boxed out a bit, but they're able to keep the shooting lane away. Phillips all over the Drillers. Spin, get the outside pass inside. Trider's going to come around. She lets the low worm burner come through. Nobody there. And then Lila just tackles her down into the boards. No idea. There shouldn't have been one. So Simpson gets the goalie ring. It's going to get played out to Lila. Lila's going to give it ahead. I thought maybe it was going to give it to Casavenda. She tried to get it up to Dottie. Dottie wasn't able to stick it, and the Drillers take over. They can't stick it through the middle either. Dottie picks up the air and rings. She's got Casavenda and Thompson. Pulls it ahead to Casavenda. Casavenda fighting for it along the half boards, and another quick whistle. I don't know if it's a line of sight thing, like the ref moves the sight of it when it's slowed down, but like, there's no way any of those should be a whistle. Well, like there was no possession. It was out in the middle. It was a free ring. So Thompson's going to take over on the offensive possession. We got 6:53 to go in the first half. Thompson plays it to Greer. Greer's going to cut in off the wall. Cuts back inside. The driller goalie makes a big save there. Now plays the hand pass out to the side. Greer pressing. Thompson's going to jump in with Emo. She's able to come back out inside. She gets hauled down by the sliding driller. Greer cutting in. That one's just going to get thrown away to Isla Nash. Isla Nash tries to thread the needle up. Can't quite get it over. It's all kinds of chops at it. Nobody could get anything. And then Thompson ends up on her ass. I'm not sure how. It looks like maybe she got kind of pushed over from the front side. Now Emo has it. She's going to play it ahead to Channing Perversev, who's streaking in with Thompson. Gets the pocket picked as she was trying to fire it into the zone. They're just going to have to dump and change. Emo pressing. Now passes it off to Greer, who's trying to make the stick check. They're able to get this one into the neutral zone, and then the errant pass knocked away. Elsa picks it up. She's got Poffenroth, but couldn't quite angle the pass inside. Circling is Jensen. Jensen coming around the net. Coming up over top. Still no shot. That one blocked, kicked away. The drillers take over from behind the net. Heavy pressure on the forecheck by Jensen, but the driller is able to clear it to the blue line. Taylor kicks up, gets that one over top. Everyone goes down. We got a 3-on-0 here now. Jensen comes inside, takes the short side shot, can get it. Centering pass comes out to Elsa. Elsa gets mauled in front of the net. She's looking for a call, not going to get it. And now, yeah, that's going to be a penalty every single time. Finally, they're going to call it, but Elsa Clausen-Roth picked up the free ring, went cross-body shove into the net to bulge the twine. That is going to break the egg for the Sting, get them back into this one. It's a 2-goal game, 3-1, as the Sting finally wake up. Off of the hot stick of Elsa Clausen-Roth. So 3-1, 5 minutes to go in the first half. The drillers content on the dump and catch offensive system. They're going to circle around over top, cut back inside, ran into Phillips, and then just took a shot center mass directly into Veronica Simpson. She's hand passing it up, nobody there, and then it's a reach in by Avery, and just a bit of a tough call on that. She made the right play, and the driller forward just kind of fell. So delayed penalty coming up. Outside shot goes well over the net and into the corner. That one was touched away. I think it's time for a whistle here anytime. Touched away once again by Phillips. The drillers still have that one. It's touched by Veronica Simpson. Now Lila has possession. That's going to bring up the delayed penalty. And a roughing call by Captain Big Stretch of the Zebra crew on Avery Phillips. So the Sting penalty kill coming into play. They did get 2 shorthanded goals against the drillers yesterday. They were able to have their number a little bit on special teams as Thompson and Greer come back onto the ice to kill the penalty. The drillers are going to cut in over middle, take the drop pass. They're going to fire some high heat over the net. They're able to pick up the Aaron Roos ring, being watched by Thompson and Tan. Now they're going to come back in, out over top. They flip one up Veronica Simpson. That never had a hope in hell of getting through anywhere. Hand pass comes straight out to Thompson. Thompson looking, waiting, trying to find it. She's able to flip it over the net, ran out of some real estate. Now Isla's able to fish it up. It's looking for Greer. Greer on the heavy forecheck press with Thompson, trying to keep that one in. They are able to get it out. She's going to drop it back for Thompson. He's able to get this one into the corner. We got a minute 18 of penalty time to rag off. So, and Thompson gets her pocket picked. We don't see that very often as Greer comes in, picks up the Aaron ring, and now we've got a power surge as Old Man Winter outside has been wreaking havoc on Airgen today. I don't know what they're going to do about this. This is going to be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, what was on the clock, do you know?
Oh, no, I have no idea. 4 something? No, somebody else could. I can't. There you go, it resets itself.
Okay.
What happened to the power?
So a minute 10 left in the penalty to the Sting. The Drillers just fire this one dead on net. Played up. Oh, the hand pass was knocked away. Intended for Elsa. They're going to get this one inside. Elsa is going to find the feigning. She sends it up ice for Channing, who's getting leaned on by the defender. She can't come up with the ring. Now the Drillers are going to zone enter one more time, and with 2 girls all over on her stick, she's able to just out-muscle that one and slingshots it into the back of the net. And the Sting are going to trail by 3 once again. It's a 4-1 game as they just cannot seem to get much luck. Much different game than yesterday as well, when in respect to how the penalties have been called. Definitely letting a lot more go, which definitely plays into the favor of the overtly aggressive Drayton Valley Drillers. So this tic-tac-toe play down into Channing. Channing comes in and she gets pulled off. Can't quite get a quality shot away before she was checked by 2. Isla Nash watching her check. They're going to be able to zone entry coming back inside. That one goes off the glove of Veronica Simpson into the corner, and the Drillers recover. Thompson's there. She had a little bit of a corkscrew into that one. Had to let go of her stick. She's going to come back inside, is looking, waiting. It gets picked off by MOD, but she loses it through the middle, trying to find an area or a lane anywhere. Good stick check there. I think it was Isla Nash. So Simpson plays it up to Thompson. Thompson's going to fire it in the middle. Is looking for Poffenroth. Poffenroth overskates it a little bit. They're still contesting for it. Jensen couldn't come away with it. Thompson comes back in on the stick check. Still a loose ring everywhere. And I'm not sure what the call is going to be here. Poffenroth is going to get a penalty for roughing. Who's roughing on that? Yeah, but like the way that like either call them or don't call them out. Like, I hate this guy. He's terrible. Like, he's so inconsistent. Cam got the penalty for pushing. Circling, good stick check by Elsa Clausen-Roth. A lot of heavy stick checks by both players. Elsa now flips this one up over the middle. Jensen fighting for it. She doesn't quite have it. Line violation by the Drillers. So a minute 10 to go in the half. 1:31 left in the penalty to Cam Poffenroth. Sturby's going to get it. She fires it up to Elsa. Elsa couldn't quite reach the pass. It goes into the corner as the Drillers just going to fire this one up into the center ice. Taylor's able to nudge that one over the line to Elsa. Elsa plays it up, was looking for Jensen. Elsa blocks the flip dump out pass, backhand pass, was looking for Jensen. It got broken up, and now the Drillers have it. They're going to send it up into the middle of the ice. And everyone loses it again. Sturby gets fallen on and pushed off. 2-on-1 coming back in for the Drillers, but they can't find the ring through the feet. And now Taylor gets it. She tries to bring it to a turning Dottie, but the timing not there between them. And then Phillips goes down in a heat. And the Sting get possession back. Still 4-1. Sting trailing the Drillers. 16 seconds basically to go in the half. This is not the way anybody saw this bronze medal going or starting off. So the Sting have got some serious work cut out for themselves. Tayan's gonna what happened? Man, where you guys going? Hockey? Good luck, little man.
Where you go?
Hockey. The Drillers cannot connect on their zone entry pass. Tayan's able to pick it up. She fires it up the ice, and that's going to do it for the first half. Not much to say.
Canyon.
So we're going to
Canyon.
take a moment.
So.
And we'll be back right after the first intermission. So we're back to the Inked Energy second half bronze medal game. Registered against Drayton Valley Drillers. Right now, the Drillers in firm control of this one. The Sting looking to regroup and find some life, get themselves back into contention. The Drillers play it to the half wall. They're coming underneath, watched by Isla Nash and City Thompson. Thompson stays with her check. She's able to get it off momentarily off the stick, and then it's a long outside shot in front of Veronica Simpson. Simpson's going to play it up on the hand pass to Thompson. Thompson fires it down for Greer. He's coming off the bench. Greer gives it back to Thompson. He's coming on a fast break. She fires it. It touches the goalie's glove and then the post. It is recovered by Dottie, who skates, drives through the middle into traffic and gets it knocked off her stick, unfortunately. Now, Dottie able to bring this one back in. Greer has it at the net side. She's going to drive middle, looking, waiting. Thompson getting leaned on, trying to get this one. They do get possession back. It's that middle drive. Had a chance. But the big goalie of the Drillers shutting the door. Elsa Klosserath is going to start. She's going to play it across to Greer. Greer comes underneath. She's going to circle around. Good ring protection. Drops it for Elsa. It was red, though. Or not Elsa, sorry, Channing. Channing couldn't quite stick the ring. And the Drillers forward trips over the blue line. MOD is able to bring this one up to Greer. Greer gets high load. MOD comes in on the outside. She was trying to drive her way in. It just dies in the goalie's crease. And the goalie able to pull this one out. The Driller's going to send it up ice. It gets kicked off the boards to Taylor. Taylor was there, left it for Elsa. Elsa had to leave it for Channing. Channing now picks it up, looks to reverse it in. She's got a streaky Greer. Greer with the shot. He'd gotten in behind the defenseman, but the Drillers goalie shuts the door once again, and now the Drillers looking to stretch the ice through the middle. They're going to come up. That one, Taylor made a activating play, tried to jump and it got by her. They get a pretty low percentage shot off. Veronica Simpson was easily made the save there. Now Taylor has it. She's going to bring it up to Phillips. Phillips has Thompson sprung. Thompson able to pull this one in. She tries to go high and low, goes over the net, gets hauled down. Thompson wants a tripping call, and she's not wrong. She got the shot off, but was hauled down from behind. I'm not sure why the
I think
referee...
that's a penalty shot. Breakaway trip, you know?
I don't know why the referee's not making the call on that one. That was pretty textbook tripping on a breakaway.
Did you do that in Ringette? Yeah?
Thompson plays it to Casavenda. Casavenda back to Thompson. Thompson with the shot. It's blocked by the defender. She does get her own rebound back. Plays it over to Phillips. Phillips at the net side to Casavenda. She gets handcuffed. And then it's flipped down the ice by the Drillers. Picked up and fished in. Away from Lila is the Drillers defender. Lila's able to bring this one back up. She gets it through. Thompson fighting for it. She's still got it on her stick. She's hauled down, and they are going to call it, finally, a penalty against the Drillers. Backhand attempt by Avery. Phillips misses the net. Casavenda comes in to pinch it off. And it's going to be a hooking call against the Drillers on Felicity Thompson, who was looking to get the fast break off and gets hauled down for her troubles through the middle. With 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Sting still trailing 4-1. As Elsa Clausen-Roth, Cameron Poffenroth, and Paige Jensen, the power play lineup up front with Emo and Tayan on the back end. Oh, a little bit of a miscommunication there between Clausen-Roth and Jensen, but the Drillers just kind of throw it away. Some sloppy play at the blue line, coughs it up to the Drillers. They're just going to fire it in the corner. They continue to look at the work, the dump and chase. Clausen-Roth picks it up in the corner. She's going to come up under control, gives it to Jensen. Jensen tries to give it back to Elsa. Elsa wasn't able to stab the ring, and it comes back up the wall for the Drillers, who are 30 seconds into the penalty kill. They get a good offensive possession up. It looks like there's going to be a delayed penalty coming up to Clausen-Roth. Net side backdoor pass is missed by the Drillers. And now Emo's going to be able to stab the ring, and we've got a hooking call against the Sting that's going to even up and neutralize the power play. So we're going to go 4-on-4 for a minute 10 with a back-end power play coming up to the Drillers for 50 seconds. So the Drillers off the half wall on the 4-on-4. They're going to fire a shot into Veronica Simpson, who makes the easy save. Hand pass coming out to Thompson. Thompson had to kick that one up to her stick. She finds Isla Nash. Isla was looking to spring Dottie. It was off the skates. Comes back up, and Isla Nash just takes the shoulder out, gets away with it. She's able to get the errand ring back in. She gets stick checked a little bit. Now she's able to bring it up over the line. Stick checks it off herself. She's got Thompson. Thompson lets it gain the blue line. She's got a step on her man. She comes in, tries to go cross body, and a big save once again by the Drillers. Dottie gets tackled in the corner. Not really sure what Captain Big Stretch is looking at today. Not making any of the obvious calls. Now Taylor gives it to Thompson. Thompson back to Taylor. Taylor to Dottie. Dottie's going to come inside. She runs into a three-man press. The stick is literally up in her hands and left out of the Drillers girl players' hands, and like no call on it. Still, again, another corkscrew that's left inside the legs of Thompson, and no call on the interference. The lack of consistency in the refereeing from game to game has been frustrating this provincial tournament, to say the least. The Drillers play this one back to themselves. They're going to circle and look around. They are on the power play. 4:50 to go in the third quarter, and they're going to make a wicked shot on the backhand to roof it over the shoulder of Veronica Simpson. The Drillers take a commanding 4-goal lead, stretching at 5-1. You can see the frustration setting in to the Sting bench. So Tayan's going to play it across to Lila. Lila gives it back to Channing. Channing cuts inside outside. She's got a bit of a lane. She gets the low Wernberger shot off. That's going to be possession back to the Sting as they jump the crease just a bit. Channing Perversa, the center ring, is going to take this one to start it out for the Sting. She looks inside, goes outside to Greer.
How much do you think the cross gloves would be at like Sports Check?
$100.
100?
$50. It depends on which ones you're looking for. They're all really expensive.
I think I have enough money for it. I have gift cards.
What is wrong with the cross gloves? Okay, they were like brand new.
But they also have $105.
You don't need to spend it just because you have it on something you already have that's working. Let's spend it on something. Buy arm guards. Thompson gets by centering pass. It's knocked away. Three-man press. Jensen couldn't quite come up with it. Lala activates off the line. Jensen's able to pull that one back in. She's got heavy traffic. She's able to create some separation. Still has it on the sidewall. Goes to Thompson at the net side. Sliding save by Trider, who's able to keep that one out. Jensen coming in. She's going to flip that one up the wall. Tayan's there to take the lane away and then force the possession back to the Sting with 3:42 to go in the third quarter. The Sting trailing 5-1. Isla gives it to Emo. Emo's got Casabenda, leaves it for Emo. She runs into a little bit of traffic once again. Jensen fighting for it.
There's two Chinese on this team. How do you do that?
Isla Nash picks it off, gives it to Thompson in the neutral zone. Thompson springs. Elsa, who goes cross net. Big save by Trider, the goalie, on the glove hand. Fighting for it in the corner is Cam Hoffenroth. That's going to force an offensive possession once again. So Elsa Klostermoss is going to pick this one up. She takes the shot, had the shooting lane, saved by Trider. He's going to net pass it to the side, watched by Dottie. Piper Emo makes her check, comes in. Isla Nash is there to pick off the centering pass. She's going to have to circle back behind her own net. Coming back out, finding the lane. She's got Dottie coming up. She's able to lace it through to Elsa. Elsa was looking to spring Poffenroth, but Dottie picks it up. She's going to come in. Oh, she gets whacked and hacked. Once again, Captain Big Stretch, not even a thought of putting his arm up for a penalty. Fortunately, it's like our other referee is in the middle of a one-man show right now. Yeah, it is.
Actually, I think she owns it.
You still can't cut across like that and take them out. So the Sting are going to go back to the power play. They've got Sydney Thompson, Greer, and Channing Perversa out. Thompson to Greer. Greer comes off, gives it back to Thompson. Thompson gets a whack on the hands. Nobody can get the ring out as Perversive gets pushed off. Thompson able to regain the ring. She's going to come inside, fishes it back to Perversive. Perversive to Greer at the net side, and she's able to find the hole, and she goes cross body into the back of the net. It cuts the lead to 3. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. So still lots of time left for the Sting to position themselves back in on this one, although it will be on the road less traveled. They have given themselves a bit of an uphill battle to get back into this one, but it starts with 1. We've seen them do it before. So 2 minutes to go, 5-2 in the third quarter. And the Drillers just ice it down once again. They are able to pick it up, so it seems to work for them as they sky one over the net. Into the corner, Taylor fighting for it. The Drillers somehow come out with it. It's flipped through the middle. Thompson fighting for it. Now MOD. Aaron the ring comes back to the blue line. The Drillers are able to keep possession. They get a shot clock reset off of it. Taylor gets rubbed out on the boards, and the Drillers come up with it again. Coming in over top. Thompson fighting, waiting, trying to take the angle away from her check. Forces it back down and around. They're going to cut inside, outside, back underneath. Rolling over top. And Taylor brings that one up to Elsa. Elsa's going to flip it back in the middle. Was looking for Taylor. They couldn't quite connect. They're going to fish it inside, outside. Veronica Simpson with a big save. Poking it through is Elsa. Elsa gets pulled off of it and then tripped up with a stick between her legs right in front of the referee. I'm not sure why they're not calling interference on that. Now Isla is able to fire this one down to Jensen. Jensen's got Avery Phillips coming in. She gets popped and dropped. Jensen has it. Went in to the corner. Had a shot, missed the net. We do have a delayed call coming up against the Drillers. Avery Phillips gets it. She cuts inside, outside. That should be another tripping or hooking call. We'll see if they're going to make both calls. Probably not. So they're just going to call the roughing call. They're going to ignore the hooking and tripping calls that should have come up after the fact on the delayed penalty. 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. As Thompson, Perversive, and Greer come back out. Captain Big Stretch, completely useless today. Thompson plays it to Perversive. Perversive goes cross ice to Greer. Greer takes a shot. It's a loose ring. She still got it there. Now they pull it through. I think they may have gotten away with a bit of a crease violation on that one. 5 seconds to go. Sturby's going to get one last shot at it. She stretches it to Channing, and that's going to do it. Perversive and Trider pushing off with each other a little bit to end that quarter. We got 10 minutes to go as the Sting find themselves trailing by 3, 5-2, heading into your Inked Energy fourth quarter of the day. Final quarter of a busy, hotly contested Alberta provincial playdown here in the bronze medal game. The Sting starting out this fourth and final corner on the power play. See if they can put it to good use. We'll see if the referees and the personnel can get themselves together, they do. Nobody decided to take the ring. Now they do. Tan plays it to Emo. Emo plays it up to Thompson. Thompson, heavily watched. She's going to spin off of her check, comes back underneath, over top, tries to slide it through. Cannot get the Trenton Valley goalie to bite on that. And they're going to play it up to the wall, fish it over the line once again. Tayan grabs it. She's going to bounce it up to Perversev. Perversev's trying to get some separation there. She gives it to Thompson. Thompson waiting, looking, watching for a pass. She gets tripped up. No call on the play. I'm not really sure why there's no call on that. It's pretty textbook tripping. Well, we know why, but I think that horse has been beaten to death, so maybe I'll leave it alone. Emo gets away with a little bit of a handcuff there herself. Greer's going to cut inside, leaves it for Thompson. Thompson to the net side. Perversev had the quick stick opportunity, couldn't quite get control of the ring to get the shot off. And the Drillers are just going to two-line ice it down once again. Isla Nash picks it up. She's going to cut over top, is waiting, looking, finds Casavenda in the middle. Casavenda's got Elsa behind her defender, but she can't quite stick the ring. They're going to lose it into the corner. Elsa unable to keep that one in. Island does, though, and Hoppenroth has it on her stick. She's going to move and slide outside. She's going to cut back inside, fakes the drop pass, gets a couple to bite, and then gets pushed down from behind, and that is going to be a tripping call coming up against the Drillers. 8:18 to go. 5-2, the Sting trailing the Drillers of Drayton Valley. Elsa's going to play this one to Casavenda on the side. Casavenda to Elsa. Elsa was looking for MOD, couldn't quite find her. MOD picks it up off the sidewall. She's cutting low, inside, outside, over top. Drags through the middle. The whole schmozzle as everybody goes down in a heap of shit. Highlight gives it back to MOD. Veronica Simpson returns to the net. The flip saucer pass is knocked away by MOD. MOD can't quite get it back. The Drillers going to cut inside, outside, sliding saved by Veronica Simpson. And a quick whistle again. Isla Nash not happy with the quick whistle on that. Well, she had firm possession and was progressing it forward. So I'm not really sure what the referee was looking for to blow their whistle there. Thompson now gets it on the net side. She's able to fish it through, is finding Dottie, hustles through the middle. She's going to pick it up and gets hauled down once again. Thompson runs into Phillips. She's able to headband it up to Isla Nash. Still contested. Nobody's touched it. They're looking, saying, what else do you need him to do? She's sitting on it. Finally, the whistle comes. So we're going to have a two-man advantage. Going to be able to go 4-on-2. Oh, two girls are going to the penalty box. So I think we're going to have a...
Yeah. 6-on-3.
We're going to have a very long two-man advantage here. Two Drillers entered the box. This could be the TSN turning point. If we can convert on the 2 goals on the two-man advantage, an extra goal on the back-end power play, we're right back in on a tie game, and it'll reset the scoreboard completely inside of 3 minutes with 4 minutes remaining to play. This is what the plan has got to be. It's the execution has to be there. Thompson gets it back from Dottie, Thompson, Dottie, Thompson loses it. Avery Phillip picks it up at the side of the net, gives it to Thompson fishes it back to Dottie had leaked a little bit from where Thompson thought she was. Thompson takes a long shot, rebound, no dice. Thompson gets it back to the top, gives it to Phillips. Phillips tries to slide it in at the net side. They're unable to keep this one on, so Simpson comes back in. Thompson blocks the icing attempt but can't find the rolling ring, and they're just going to fire it down. Simpson plays it to the side of the net for Taylor. Taylor across ice to Thompson. Thompson looking to control it. She gives it to Avery Phillips. Phillips comes in and just gets a weird shot off that kind of goes nowhere. Sturby gets it back, was looking to thread the needle to someone. Sturby can't quite touch it. Thompson comes in. She outmuscles her defender. Keeps it on her stick. Gets up off her knees. Cuts back inside. Tries the cross door backside pass. And the Drillers get it. Ice it down the ice. Taylor, unfortunately, didn't see the Drillers defender there. The Drillers are just going to push this one back in. We still have a 2-man advantage on the first penalty for 40 seconds. It gets fished up to Paige Jensen. Jensen leaves it for Elsa. Elsa comes in, drops it, looking for Jensen. Jensen able to pull that one away, but has to spin off to try and find something. And then the centering pass dies in the crease of the Drillers goalie. She's going to hand pass this one up and out. Fortunately, no Sting player there to jump on it. Channing picks it up at the line. It looked like we lost some lights there. This one's going to come all the way back in. 8 seconds to go on the first penalty. It's going to come off as the Drillers somehow keep possession, and then they're going to fall in. It's going to bring up a goalie ring. We'll see if the second penalty is going to start. I thought there should have been another one. I'm not sure why 2 players are coming out of the penalty box at the same time. Something funny was going on in there, unless there was an offsetting penalty of some sort. So the referees are trying to figure out what the calls were as well. I think there should be a second penalty, or a third penalty that starts now, because we had multiple players in the penalty box. Oh, they seem to know what they're doing. Nope, they don't. So it is going to go to 5-on-4. We lose the 2-man advantage. I'm not sure why there was 2 girls in the penalty box at the same time serving the same penalty. That one is a bit of a mystery.
What happened?
I don't know. 2 girls came out on 1 expired penalty, so it doesn't make any sense. So Tane's able to stretch that one up. Paige gives it to Elsa. Elsa's going to leave it for Channing. Channing was checked, but she was able to get it through. She fires one off. That one almost had the angle to get over the pad. As Elsa Klosseroth picks up the rebound, she's going to circle around. It gets poked off the end of her stick, and the Drillers are just going to fire this one down the ice. So Lila picks it up, gets it to Jensen. Jensen gives it to Elsa. Paige Jensen picks it up in the corner. She's going to look to come back around inside. Plays it up to Lila. Lila takes a shot, and that one just narrowly misses the angle he's looking for. It had the open net. Greer comes back inside. She drops it for Cam Poffenroth, who gets body checked down.
The game is technically over.
It's all over number 9. That's going to do it for the power play of the Sting. And the Drillers are just going to elect to keep icing it down. It's a 2-line pass. Thompson to Greer. Greer able to pull that one back in. She comes over top. She fishes it back net side looking for Thompson. Thompson able to pull it off the defender's stick. She comes through, takes the shot. That's going to reset the clock, but they're unable to get possession back as the Drillers just fire it down the ice once again and then take everybody out. So the drillers play it backside. They're going to fire this one into the corner. Picked up by Isla Nash. Isla Nash is going to come through. She fires it up. Was looking for Jensen. Jensen wasn't able to pick up the pass. It's contested there. Channing Perversev comes out with the ring. He's waiting and looking. Fires it back to Elsa Clausen-Roth. Clausen-Roth comes in over top. She spins around. She gets taken out. And that is going to be a penalty call against the drillers, who have restarted their parade back to the box, much like what we saw yesterday. Although I think it's going to be a little too late. The timeout called by somebody. I'm not quite sure who. Assuming the timeout was called by the Sting, we'll go with that. We have the power play opportunity. I hate to be the naysayer, but 3 minutes to go, 3 goals needed. This one feels like it has slipped through the fingers of the Sting. Every 45.
30 is better.
1 goal a minute, we can force overtime.
What if we hit 1 goal 30 minutes later?
We need a bit of a tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, exactly. Tic-tac-toe.
Bingo, bango, bongo. What could go wrong? Alright, so Elsa Clausen-Roth back in at the top. She's going to play it to Paige Jensen. The net is empty, so we are going to see a 4-on-3 below the ringette line. She had a good fake there, brought it to the net side, but could not get the shot off, and the drillers are just going to fire this one down the ice once again. It's played back into Clausen-Roth, who's watched pretty heavily. She tries to drop it back to Channing Perversev. Perversev gets it stick checked off of her, and the drillers are just going to fire it back up the ice one more time. Jensen gets that one off. She gets bodied hard on the side. Taylor there to pick it up. She's going to play it over to Channing Perversev. Perversev now has a firm possession. She centers it, looking for the weasel pass. Clausen-Roth couldn't quite get a handle on it. She's going to drop it back to Jensen, who's trailing just a little off her hip. Cuts back inside. Somebody went down hard behind the net. That was Perversev. It sounded like the parents were looking for a penalty call on that. Instead, it's just going to be an offensive reset with 2 minutes to go. So Greer gives it to Thompson. Thompson at the net side to, I don't know who that was, Breyer. Comes back out. Greer's able to pick it up. She's a strong skater with some good speed. She brings it through. She's going to slide it up to Dottie. Dottie has Thompson, gives it to Greer. Greer takes a long shot and had the angle, didn't quite get there. Thompson picks it up at the net side. She's going to cut in. Look back door for Dottie, who got handcuffed by the defender on the inside and brings up a goalie ring with 1:37 to go. They're going to look to hand pass it in the corner. It's taken away by Dottie. Dottie's got 2 players on the backside post. Isn't able to give this one through. Now it goes to Greer. Greer takes the long outside shot. Goes center mass on the driller's goal. Who hand passes it to the outside. We got 1:19 left to go. I think this one unfortunately is all over but the crying. But the girls are going to try and finish hard so they take some momentum into their banner games against the Rise next weekend. Thompson gives it across to Greer. Greer gets a good shot off, but it's stopped by the drillers. Sturby comes back inside. That's going to do it for the penalty against the drillers. Sturby still has it. They're going to play it down inside for Greer. clear, goes backside post, but a sliding save by the Drillers goalie. He's playing very well, but we are making her look good. Thompson gets it back in. She goes back door for Dottie. Dottie wasn't quite where it needed to be. Thompson still fishing that one away, and it's going to fall under the butt of the Drillers defender, and that's going to bring up an offensive possession and a line change for the Sting with 34.6 seconds to go. The Sting, who went undefeated through the round robin, running into a tough Sunday draw, dropping 2. Casavenda on the sidewall, drives in over top, unable to connect on the pass. 10 looking to pull that one in. We have under 25 seconds to go.
Good. With a lacrosse ball, if you do it on the side, you could. How long do you think you'd be in the air for?
I don't know. 4 seconds.
Actually,
No, I have no idea. 10 seconds to go. The Drillers goalie making another save. Hand pass out to the top. Poffenroth came flying in, looking for it. And that is going to do it. Time is going to expire. So close, yet so far away. Unfortunately for this Airdrie Sting, they can still hold their heads up higher. They played one hell of a tournament, just ran into a bit of a tough Sunday draw. But the season's not over. We still look forward to one more series against Rise for the zone banner. And they're going to look to redeem themselves off of a bit of a tough Sunday. That's going to do it. I've been your host. We're not going to wait around for the medal ceremonies. I apologize if you wanted me to, but my battery is going to die anyways. Once again, thanks for tuning in all weekend long. This has been an Elite AF production. Thanks to our friends and sponsors, Freedom Mechanical, Muscle Check, Inked Energy Services, the Pest Control Guy, as always, Jeff Mitten and Enzyme Drilling, and did a lot and donated to the tournament on the silent auction prizes, as well as all other companies and supporters of Airdrie Ringette, specifically U16A, U19A. That's going to do it from Genesis Place. I'm your host, Old Uncle Cody. We'll catch you next weekend as we take on